In today's video, we'll take a trip to Ajaokuta, a community in Kogi State, Nigeria, to find out the true state of Nigeria's most notorious abandoned project in history called Ajaokuta Steel Company. What really happened to this billion-dollar steel factory that should have changed the fortune of Nigeria? Well, let's find out. In 1973, iron ore of required quantity was discovered in Itakpe in Kogi State, Nigeria. Subsequently, the National Iron Ore Mining Company (NIOMCO) was founded in 1979 along with Ajaokuta Steel Company. The mission of NIOMCO was to explore iron ore in various parts of the country, process and supply the iron ore concentrate to Ajaokuta Steel Company, from where the steel and liquid steel will be produced. So essentially, NIOMCO will be doing the mining of iron ore while Ajaokuta Steel will be doing the processing of iron ore to steel. To construct the Ajaokuta Steel Complex, in 1979, under a cooperation agreement between Nigeria and the then Soviet Union, the construction of Ajaokuta Steel Company started. The construction was expected to be completed in 7 years, that is from 1979 to 1986. Different companies were involved in the construction of the different components of the project, while a Russian firm called Techno Export, in short TPE, were the main architects and project managers of the project. Unfortunately, President Shagari government, which started the project in 1979, was overthrown in 1983 in a coup, and another government took over, and the project was never completed as planned for in 1986. So right now I'm taking a walk on the road towards Ajaokuta Steel, the administrative block, as well as where the factory is. One of the first things that will strike you if you come to this place is that this is a very well thought out project. I mean, the infrastructures that are put together here, wow, it's amazing. Starting with the road network, it has a very excellent road network from the entrance into the steel company where it is. So the road networks are really good. The roads are still very good. Even 40 years later, you can see how this road still look like. So when I was coming, I was told that the Navy is actually guiding this place, and I was wondering why would the Navy be guiding this place. But now I know, because at the back of the Ajaokuta Steel itself, the factory, there is a very big river. That should be either the river Niger or river Benue. I don't know which one I actually crossed there. So, but there's a big river. And then I also learned that the river helps to cool down the works that will be done and all of that. 15 years later, in 1994, the Russian firm completed the project to 98% and needed Nigerian government to meet up with its 2% contractual obligation. Unfortunately, that never happened, so the company abandoned the project and left Nigeria in 1994. The company then demanded for 2.5 billion compensation for the work they have put into establishing Ajaokuta Steel. After long negotiation, it was agreed that they will be paid $500 million, with the plans that they will be re-invited to complete the works that they've started. Also, as of the time the Russian firm TPE left Nigeria, they did not hand over the detailed master plan to the Nigerian government. However, instead of recalling the original builders of the factory for completion, in 2004, the Nigerian government, now led by President Olusegun Obasanjo, leased the project to Sogas Energy, an American firm. Shortly after leasing Ajaokuta Steel to Sogas, citing non-performance, the contract was revoked and given to an Indian company called Global Steel Holdings. Unfortunately, also the Indian company called Global Steel did nothing significant in getting the place to work either. In 2007, after President Musa Yar'Adua took over from Obasanjo, he terminated the concession given to the Global Steel Company accusing the Indian company of asset stripping and faulting the agreement to be largely skewed in favor of the Indians. The president also ordered that the Indian company be investigated for corruption and asset stripping. Well, as you know, President Yar'Adua's government did not last that long, and the investigation he ordered to be conducted never happened. Anyways, the Indian company, however, sued Nigerian government claiming they spent $500 million on the project. After a long mediation, the Ajaokuta Steel Company was given back to Nigeria, while the National Iron Ore Mining Company NIOMCO in Itakpe in Kogi State was now given to the Indian company in the same concession agreement. However, with the clause that NIOMCO will supply iron ore to Ajaokuta Steel as a priority access.
My name's Abdullah Abdisamad Ikunaye. I'm an indigenous of Kogi State, born in Okene. My father works at Ajaokuta Steel Company Limited, though he's late, blessed memory. I've been in Ajaokuta since my childhood. I was born here. I grew up here. Since I've been at Ajaokuta, the company has not really been functioning to its full capacity due to stories we've heard from our elders and men that have been working there. We've been expecting the government. We've had promises from different administrations. Some will come and say, yeah, that will be their focal point. And at the end of every regime, nothing seems to have changed. Most of the infrastructures are dilapidating. Some are being scavenged by some hoodlums, and yet nothing is being done about the system. Ajaokuta has a capacity to employ a lot of staffs, and up to now it's not running to a full capacity, and yet the little that is being done there, I'm sure it's still producing something, it's still remitting something to the federal government. If Ajaokuta is working at full capacity, I'm sure a lot of unemployed youth like myself, I'm an undergraduate, I'm in my final year, and here I am now. If I should graduate next year by God's grace, I will be looking for a job somewhere while I have Ajaokuta Steel Company here and nothing to show for it. So I will please plead with the government to do something about it. Before the COVID, we were expecting that the government has already agreed to give the company to the first people that started it. I thought by now things would have started rolling and we'll be seeing some new faces, but I don't know, nothing is still working for now. So I plead with the government to help the youths. Unemployment, we've been complaining about unemployment, and there is a company here that is just there and nothing is working. So if things start working here, I'm sure a lot of unemployed youths, both skilled and unskilled, and everybody, there will be a lot of opportunities here. A lot of indigenous of Kogi State that are unemployed, and yet we have a company and they are just there, unemployed skills wasting. The ones with certificate, nothing. So plead with the government and every other person that can help to facilitate this project to start working, to be of benefit to the nation at large.
Chagari, now 4 years you do here. Now see what you do for 4 years, now you see the enjoy today. So any commitment come.
So Shagari government, I mean,
4 years. I take 2 years. So that 4 years now, 2 years do reach. Now this very our president is the one that take over government from him. Let's say use 8 years, everything for them complete. So every year they will budget. See there with it. So till now. So as God come do it, himself come say here must to work. True. Well, all of us support him. There's one woman they call Natasha. I just see the one say here, say me, that they should give the people that do it before. If the people start it, they will know what to do. We had to say at last, thank you very much. You see, they went there and the Russian come here. They say they want to come and start it. Since almost 2 years now, you don't see any till today. Where the Russia will say, you don't even arrange the place, everything. Two places and the township, you don't arrange them.
Wow.
The next thing, you say next month, the next month stay till now.
Almost 2 years now.
Even if they start with LSM or wire rod, you will see how we will be. The other place will continue to complete it. We are just begging with prayer for everywhere that God send people that will come here to make here to work now. Without here, please tell me where your children, where are they going to work? If you start work now, to go, many companies that will come here to be many companies will come here to be a favor of us. You say now you go choose where you go work. I just pray may God open Nigeria eyes to do the right thing. So we go people not allow here to work. Check, they say Nigeria get super power petrol that are very powerful. Why that our own empire? Why would they export all
everything
our food outside? Why would not do them for ourselves to see the game when they inside? Now they know say the sea that we're having now confirmed sea. They know how to if you work, how they go say they are goods.
That's true.
For them they prepare motor here everything now.
They sell motor.
How you go do it now? Because they know say if you work, you don't go buy from them again. Why can't we work our own out? They say make we eat our rice. No be Nigerians we dey eat now. They package am for us, we are buying it. Why they no want here to work for you to use our own resources for you to enjoy it?
They are making money.
Make we just pack our money go give them. Any flash car now, our big man go carry am.
Yes.
You go no go fit use am unless the office give you. But if God don make am, if you don get way again, you no go allow me to come. Because as others do, they go teach you journal.
That's all.
All the money was supposed to. Why no hold on all this ministers' money to join with this 1 month? Make you see how here go be. If here no start work.
Some other state, people from Port Harcourt.
We are here one at a time. 30 years no collect money before they come give us. Why they no hold all those one that 4 months they use this year before they pay them back before they pay our own? If here no work, if the president want to do the truth, you know what to do now.
That's right.
You can save all this equipment that you are seeing. So because if they won't carry am, we no go gree. They even because of that sack many people because he said the truth. If they said the truth, this our testing machine that they found this up. They don't carry am. Yoruba man wey be manager there, I no allow. They because of that give am anything, they sack him. Nobody ask say this man wetin he do, why they sack him? All job wey no dey now, which year they don create job for industry? Job for job opportunity for there. If na church you dey go, you go do your tithe. You go do your offering. Even when they pray, they go fit do their own. Now there's no work. All these boys that are coming now, where are they going to? Where are they going? See thief everywhere. See Okada. This man go ask and I go tell you the truth. When you do Okada, they're supposed to do Okada. When you get resources for our country to do, China come they use our children. Nonsense now. They work in the world, they pay them half. They don't ask them don't have many times before they agree buy bus for them. Many of our children they don't die for bus. This private bus they are carrying. 2 people die for my place. Not Abi Ogana lie at the top. If I go the hook man, that's why I said this man supposed to do Okada.
Wow.
And see him, you got to go. Even if Okada now, what you go do? You go there for your country when work day to do. The people just enjoy about 7 people or 15 people, they forget other people. It's supposed to be like that.
In 2015, when the current government took over, they promised to revive Ajaokuta Steel. 6 years later, nothing has really happened beside the fact that the government has planned to bring back the original builders of Ajaokuta Steel to come and conduct an audit on the factory and revive it. Although in 2020, the minister has said that the Russians could not come into Nigeria to conduct the audit due to COVID-19. But this is October 2021 and they are still not here. And I just wondered why they can't come. given the fact that many people have been coming into Nigeria ever since. It was reported that the Russian government is going to support the revival of Ajaokuta Steel with $500 million, while the Nigerian government will get $1 billion from Afribank. Well, as you all know, this current government only have about 1 year to keep to the 2015 promise of getting Ajaokuta Steel Company running. We pray that hopefully that will happen. Although I ever doubt 100% if this will ever happen, and by the way, if they don't do that, election is by the corner and I'm sure it will be used for another campaign again. But at the end of the day, politicians need to keep to the promise that they make when they come to power. It was reported that from 2015 to 2021, the government has allocated 20 billion naira to Ajaokuta Steel, even though it is lying idle. Ironically, today, Nigeria imports about 5 million tons of steel annually for its construction, even though we are supposed to have been global exporters of steel. The troubling aspect is that iron ore is also illegally mined and exported out of the country every day. According to Natasha, one of the leading advocates for the revival of Ajaokuta Steel, well, she said in one of her addresses that makers of Rolls-Royce have said part of the steel used in making their cars, the iron ore is actually gotten from Nigeria because of its superior quality. Well, there is no single constructions like building, infrastructure, tools, ship, train, car, machine, electrical appliances, weapon, you name it all that you can think of today that is majorly done without steel. Ajaokuta Steel Company could have placed Nigeria at another level. But it's really unfortunate how what God has blessed us with has become a source of our problem, sorrow due to bad leadership, self-interest, and lack of vision. Well, that's it on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and be a part of this community. For those of you who are part of this community, thank you so much for supporting me. The plan is to hit 10,000 subscribers, and that can only be done if you do that little part that I'm asking you. Share this video, comment, subscribe, and like. See you guys next time.